What's up, guys? MMA Professor here to do an opinion video on a constantly debated topic back and forth in the MMA community, which is weight cutting in mixed martial arts. Should it be the current system that it is, where they cut the day before weigh-in? Should you be allowed to cut weight? Should you cut the weight the day of? So you don't have any advantage. Here's my opinion on it. I consider weight cutting just to be another skill. Okay, there's lots of skills. You can have boxing skills, like there's the various disciplines. Weight cutting falls into that category. Okay, a lot of people go back to the fact that it's not fair, and I don't understand that to be a valid argument for why people shouldn't be allowed to cut weight. Just because they can cut weight better than you and they're more skilled, why should you take that away from them? If they can cut 35, 40 pounds or whatever, more power to them. And before I go into it, let's make one thing perfectly clear. People don't cut 30 pounds before the fight, okay? They lose weight and then they cut like 7, 10, 12 pounds of water, okay? That's what cutting is, okay? It's not like Anderson Silva cuts from 220 to 185. He diets down to, under 200 pounds and then cuts the rest of the weight. So, okay? It's just another skill. You wouldn't bring up the argument, well, they shouldn't be fighting because so-and-so has better boxing skills, because that's just not fair. He's better at it, so how is that fair? It makes no sense whatsoever. There's no logic behind it why you shouldn't be allowed to cut weight, okay? If you can do it, obviously if you're going to cut too much weight, that's going to affect you. That's going to affect your cardio. That's going to affect your muscle endurance. So it's a skill and a science to get down to it and not lose any athletic performance. And why shouldn't they be allowed to do it? The notion that they should be allowed to cut the day of and they should weigh in the day of, that's just ridiculous, and that is going to get somebody killed, because they're still going to cut no matter what. And when they cut that much weight, that's dangerous. When you lose water weight, you lose the cerebral spinal fluid around your brain somewhat. Because you're trying to lose all the water in your body, and to do that and then not be able to put the water back, that's bad for your cabeza, you know what I'm saying? So that's just completely asinine right there. Just throw that idea right out just throw it down the laundry chute, okay? Or the garbage chute. Just get rid of it out of your mind, okay? The fact that they should fight at their natural weight then, that's just idiotic, okay? That's just idiotic, because people are still going to cut. You can't stop people from doing it. You can't stop people from getting down to there's always going to be people, when there's athletic competition, trying to gain as many advantages as possible, okay? So weight cutting is just one of those other ones. Eventually you can't say, well, we need to make it more fair. We need to make it more fair, because eventually then you're going to have 1,800 weight divisions with guys like, okay, well, we're going to have the 156 pound or 163 pound weight division with guys that are just good at boxing and wrestling, because he's not good at jiu-jitsu, so he can't compete in the 163 pound guys that are good at jiu-jitsu division, okay? He can't do that. That's unfair. It's illogical, and weight cutting is going to be there and should always be allowed to be there, and that's my opinion on it. Okay? You guys want to make some response videos? Do it up. You guys, stay metal. Later.